Right, we've got to do this one quickly to get the information to you. The National Student Financial Aid Scheme, that's NSFAS, applications are closing this coming Friday. So those wishing to further their studies in 2019 are urged to send through their applications as soon as possible. Already, over 277,000 applications have been received, which is an increase of over 100% in applications received during the same period last year. To discuss this further, we're joined in studio by NSFAS Administrator, Dr. Randall Carolissen. Always good to see you. Welcome back.
Thanks a lot.
So last time we spoke, things weren't looking too good at NSFAS, and now?
Well, we've cleared the backlog, 2017-18. So most of our students are writing exams and things are relatively peaceful on campuses. Our registration application season is open very well, and as you just mentioned, this morning we had 300,000 applications.
Oh, so you've gone up to 300 now.
So that's very good. So we intensify our marketing efforts. We are going out into the rural areas as we speak, and things are really looking well. So those that are still outside of the system, you've got 5 days to go. So this is opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah,
it really is. And I'm reading some of these numbers, which are incredible. 3,500 applications a day. KwaZulu-Natal the most, with almost 81,000. Gauteng 60,000. Talk to us about provincial applications. How do you go about it?
Well, so we've deployed our teams in the different provinces, and so KZN, Gauteng and Free State is doing exceptionally well. The Capes are not doing so well, in relative terms, so they're below 30%. Eastern Cape, Western Cape and the Northern Cape, and so we'll be intensifying our efforts this week in those particular areas. It speaks to also the geographical disparities that we have, from income levels and so on. But our teams are really, really going well. What we want to encourage people to do is to get the application in, even though they might not have all the documentation. We can always follow up later.
Okay.
So that's important that you get your name in and your documentation in. So when you then accept it at university, we bring the two things together, and the funding will be then hopefully be flying out of the.
That's good advice. What's the total amount of students that you're hoping to fund?
Well, our budget for this year is 800,000. I should add that whilst we're doing very well with university, extremely well with university applicants, the TVET colleges are lagging well behind. We are very concerned about that, because that's where the skills base for South Africa's growth is going to come from.
And that's always a problem, because my next question to you was, where are you finding that people are more applying, in what kind of fields? Then I was going to ask you about the TVET colleges, and that's a problem, because we need skills. That's the part I think we need to emphasize more.
So we are stepping up our efforts there for the TVET environment, and the deadline's on Friday, so we'll have to do a reassessment on Friday where we are. It's a hard deadline, I should add, but we also have to be pragmatic about it. An interesting statistic is that more women are applying. 65% of applicants are women. So,
wow.
So that also is a very interesting statistic.
Well, it's interesting, and it's very, that's very, it warms my heart a lot, I have to say. What's your total budget allocation for 2019?
For 2019, it's 32 billion rand.
32 billion.
It's quite substantially up on the 22 billion that we had last year, for this current year. And then it ramps up to about 37 billion over the year following. And that's over the medium term, we're well funded. So we have the money. Of course, we will just make sure that we fund it to the right people. So we have to clean out our systems. I should add also, since we last spoke, since I was appointed administrator, our systems had been stable for 55 days in a row, so it's never crashed. And our data exchange protocol is excellent with universities. So we hope for a very good start to 2019.
What do people need when they're applying? Let's give them that advice. What is it that they need? I know you say if you're missing some documents, don't worry about it, you'll get it. But right now, what do they need to apply?
So the ID documents, the parent's ID document, the parent's proof of income, and then also a consent form that we verify the income. If you are not employed, of course, you don't have income statement, that's fine. And then people often forget that social grant beneficiaries qualify automatically on social grant. So SASSA household, foster care kids, and also orphans. And then disabled kids, the bar is a little bit higher for them. They can household incomes up to 600,000 rand if you are disabled. So once you have all those forms, it's easy to upload, very easy. We tested it with high school kids. It takes you 5 minutes. Or you can go to your nearest NYDA office and submit it there.
Excellent.
Or you could go onto our website, even easier.
Okay, we've got the number on the screen. The website is NSFAS?
It's
www.nsfas.org.za. When will you be notifying people if they have been successful in their application?
As soon as they are registered at university, they become fully funded. In the meanwhile, we will notify them that we've received your funding and that all your documents are in place.
Okay.
Only when you register you become fully funded. That's very important to know.
Yeah. I'm reading here, and I don't know what this is, exclusive news, apparently. What important messages have you got for NSFAS applicants before Friday?
Well, I think they should come to the party, if I could put it that way. This is an excellent and brilliant opportunity to be fully funded. We fund your tuition, your residence, your travel allowance, food allowance, and so that students can concentrate on their studies as opposed to worrying where the next meal comes from.
Yeah.
So when we clean out the books now, we actually saw students go back to university, they write the exams, and there's lots of peace at universities, and people actually doing well. We also have an interesting statistic is that NSFAS students are doing better than the unfunded students. So it just shows that people, when they have the peace of mind, that they can focus on their studies.
Fantastic. This is a great way to end the program today. It really is. So please, if you're interested, this is to help you, NSFAS. It's open. So far, the number is 300,000 applicants. It can go up to 800,000. So you've got until the end of this week to get in your application, and hopefully it will be successful and you'll be able to go through and get your education. NSFAS Administrator Dr. Randall Carolissen is here in studio with us, giving us those details. Thank you very, very much for joining us. All right, let's take a break. Basically, goodbye after this. Stay tuned.